Yo, can everyone hear me? Taz, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Over at Twitch. Yeah, we are streaming over at Twitch, X, YouTube, and Kick. Feel free to follow me on all platforms. Twitch has a drop going on at the moment if you're watching for half an hour that you can get access to Soulframe. More on that in a minute. What up? What is up?
In Tolkien's world, everything's been built in the past, and I think that also applies to hobbits. Like, some new stuff is still being made, but there's a lot of
Hey, look, that was deliberate. If I was early. What do you mean, where is the sound? You want to hear this?
The craftsmanship, the textiles, the way everything's made, it's still very grounded. Steve had
Mate, I am going to have so much Red Bull today, it's going to be crazy.
Like.
Got a shipment arriving just for this stream.
Figure out what the characters look like. And I essentially
but no, seriously, if you want to get access to Soulframe as an official co-streamer for Summer Games Fest, you can go to my Twitch channel, keep that open, that tab open. I believe it's for half an hour, and you will get a code emailed to you to gain access. It is the Warframe style game. But yeah,
any good story, you need to have a conflict. You need to have a problem for the player, the viewer, the reader to solve. So we're like, well, what kind of problem will hobbits have? Because hobbits do not have very big problems. They are a people of kind of a small town
that
mentality.
Black Myth Wukong.
Everything important for them happens in their own little village. So
what a turn of events, huh?
We didn't want this game to be about the
I do, Mr. Glass. Tory.
We wanted to set that to the side and be like, okay, well,
let's right there.
Actually spend time in Bywater. What would we be doing there?
You know, I came to this job as an experienced Tolkien scholar and enthusiast for Tolkien's work and as a playwright and a screenwriter. But I didn't want to just take the books as my only point of inspiration. What I wanted to do was go back.
If they announce a new Final Fantasy, if they announce
things like
if we get to see, I mean, hey, look, anything Xbox related is going to be at the Xbox Showcase. Sony doesn't have one, so I don't know, maybe a new Uncharted I'd like. If they announce a Nier Automata 2 or a new Nier game, my mind will go, a new Ridge Racer would be nice. I mean, I just bought Ridge Racer on the Switch 2, but I haven't even played it yet. I didn't get a chance. I've been working and out all day, but I did buy it. It's downloaded. Ridge Racer, Arcade Perfect. That had to be done. I'm going to play that before I play Mario Kart.
You know, I need to write things down. And is it a village? So it's not really a village. It's kind of just part of Hobbiton. And then I realized I had my story. People like Farmer Cotton,
I would love to see Scalebound in what the new vision is, if there is going to be one.
Character. He wants it to be part of Hobbiton because it's Hobbiton Mill, and he sells his flour from Hobbiton Mill, and that is our story.
Do you know I'm going to buy Xenoblade?
Some of our characters
second hand, it's £40.
Sandyman the Miller,
mate, that makes me feel sick.
Rosie Cotton,
second hand.
Tom Cotton. These are characters that are in the books.
The showcase?
So
this one? Or the Xbox one? This one is long.
And then developing it further.
I think last time we ended up finishing at about 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was dead. And I had to work the next day too. So thank God this one is on a Friday. But Xbox One I think is going to be like an hour and a half.
I hope that the things that the characters say are really quite illuminating. They kind of really flesh out the characters.
You're making me want to go and try and play Ridge Racer while I'm streaming, which would be totally unprofessional with my head down looking at the Switch.
We're really inspired by that sort of
Don't do it,
nostalgic
Leaf.
sense of
Don't
what
do
the
it.
hobbits were, a people and a place that is all about the natural world, and to try and give that sense of delight.
By the way,
and
I've left the
comfort
monetization on
and
for
home
YouTube
to our player.
during this startup time
All the things
because
that are good and wholesome and
it helps get
wonderful
people
and make
in
you
and
feel
YouTube
positive
promote
about
the video
Middle-earth.
out.
They're
So
all the
feel
values
free
that
to
Tolkien was espousing when he came
retweet
up
the
with this
streams
world.
and stuff
That
like that.
what's
That
at
would be
stake
really
when you go on
helpful.
these mighty
Once it
quests and
actually
that kind of
starts,
stuff.
I'll demonetize the
But
stream from
part of
that
the tale
point
of
on.
the Shire, it's about community and about connection and about appreciating the world around you.
I hope that you see and you can feel the heart and the soul that has gone into the game. We're such huge Tolkien fans that we really wanted to create something that was
Yeah.
true
It's
to
just
that
for
and
this
that would
first
feel
hour.
really
It's
authentic.
just for this first period until it starts.
It's exciting to
Once
be
it
at this
actually
point,
starts, I think it's in
thinking
about
that we're putting a piece of Middle-earth out into the world.
it's in like 20
seen
minutes
through
or
a
so.
workshop lens, and hopefully will be
We will
embraced
think.
warmly by the people that choose to play it.
Because this isn't showing anything at the moment.
There are many tales of Middle-earth.
I did,
Tales of
Chris.
courage and
I said it
brave
would be done in
deeds
24 hours.
dark times.
Hey, Ventura.
But that is not our story. For this is one of new beginnings.
I'm not going anywhere near the Switch 2. I'll wait until the inevitable emulator comes. Speaking of that, did you see someone? Yep. I said it'll be done in 24 hours. I mean, they've got unsigned code running. It's good enough. The rest will happen. They already got the gateway in. I think Chille said he was busy. Unless I remember wrong.
These are our tales of the Shire.
Let me see.
Hobbits really are amazing creatures.
Because I think he said he was streaming this with his buddy. Okay, that's what I thought.
This is the headquarters of our humble operation. The bridge of the DHV Magellan.
Right, someone forgot to color
Always
him in.
like this when the DHV Magellan's on the move. Meet Tarman, our resident doctor and geophysicist. He's also the captain and pilot, in case you hadn't noticed. And a fellow doom sufferer. The nav console offers a direct connection to the Tark currents. The downside being that we all have to bathe in
A Lord of the Rings game, huh?
Happy to have you aboard, Sam. You'll have to excuse me.
John,
if I
you're
don't
busy
shake
playing
your
Ridge
hand.
Racer? Nice.
You steer this ship solo?
Yeah, though the computer does most of the work.
So this is a submarine?
Spot on. We dive into the tower and use it to travel underground.
Look, what is your guys'
Just beneath the
obsession
surface
with
of the earth,
Gollum?
There are currents we can ride almost anywhere.
So what's your role in all this?
Me? I make sure Drawbridge's grand plans go off without a hitch.
So you're the commander?
That's right. These days I'm fragile in name only.
loving the support there, Banisher.
Well?
So Lou is the child's name.
I think you might be, Io. Alongside me. I do think it looks great graphically, though.
Oh, excuse you. I too am a member of Drawbridge, believe it or not. It is an honor, Sam.
Little puppet?
What? Puppet? No, no. No, I am alive and my own master.
This is Darman.
Hey, Paul.
A man whose cow wound up stuck inside.
Baby steps, Paul. Baby steps. He ain't out yet.
Medium.
How can it win awards?
Was still flesh and bone.
That's what Game of the Year.
Regrettably, my transformation cost me my talents.
Lou, where are you?
Nah, that's on Sunday, all in.
Golem 3 is looking like a huge improvement.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mother's bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
You haven't missed anything yet, Paul.
It's only natural that Tomorrow wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in a realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainy's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
Nah, Bags has already played Death Stranding 3.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed,
nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun.
No, this is the actual state of play.
That was terrible.
I thought it was pretty
This is a better state of play than the Sony one.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
Do we stay over at IGN or do we go to the official
Talk about terrible, Sam.
channel?
I've heard dogs with better tone.
Nearly 6 years after the release of director Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding, we finally
Wait,
played
what's
the
that
sequel,
Project
Death Stranding 2
Scorpio?
on the beach. While what we've played was not the final version of the game, the playable portions demonstrated a density and completeness you would expect from a final product. Fundamental elements such as movement, dialogue, and presentation are highly integrated, and the intention to expand upon the experience that the first game delivered, no pun intended, was evident throughout. 2019's Death Stranding transcended the framework of ordinary video games by metaphorically depicting
Has it
cosmology
started
and even
yet?
anthropology
No.
through the act of delivery.
I think it's like half past
It was
it
a game
starts,
that
right?
challenged the idea of human connection through refreshing gameplay mechanics that fundamentally re-examined
I think
the
I'd
very
rather go
act of
live
movement.
and
To
just
me, Death Stranding
chill
was
for
an
a bit,
undeniable
get
masterpiece
everyone
that delivered
into
a
the
viscous
room.
flow of concepts.
Don't worry,
Now that
the
I've played its
adverts will be
sequel for
turned
more than
off
30
as the
hours,
actual
I'm
event
starting
starts.
to realize that it may have been only the beginning. Death
Well,
Stranding 2 on the
I
beach
noticed
can be seen as an
on
attempt to take the premises of
Summer
the first
Games
game
Fest,
to the next level.
they
While taking the
said
player
it
on a
starts at
journey
night
across the
at
border of the
10, and
United
then it
States
said
of America.
9:30.
Its symbolic depiction
But
of
maybe at
connection
9:30
feels
there's
more
going to be a
dynamic, yet
countdown
less
timer
certain than its
for half
predecessor.
an hour.
What questions
I
will
don't
this
know.
new journey
But I
of
thought I'd go
legendary
live an
delivery
hour
man
early
Sam Porter
and,
Bridges
you know,
bring, and how
just
will they be
chill and laugh at the
In the first game,
coincidental
Sam
Black Myth
reconstructed connections
Wukong
between
coming a
people
year
while uncovering
later.
the truth behind Death
Not
Stranding,
clearly not
a
an
mysterious
exclusivity
phenomenon
deal.
that caused disconnection between cities. Through Sam's journey of delivering supplies, players experienced movement in a way video games had not offered before, while the story gradually unfolded its views on life, death, and cosmological
Mate, I
visions.
could sit down and play Ridge Racer on my
The
DS,
setting of Death Stranding 2
my Switch
moves from the
2.
rebuilt UCA to the Mexican border region. The photorealistic graphics that meticulously depict Mexico's desolate land are nothing short of impressive. From the texture of the dried surface to faintly rippling sand dust and rocky mountains in the distance, the game's visuals drew me in right away. Photorealistic modeling and subtle facial expressions of characters have also.
Mate, did anyone see that clip of Cyberpunk running on the Switch 2? Freezing every like 2-3 seconds.
The part that plays in Mexico.
Marvel Tokon will not be coming to Xbox, I don't think. I think Sony's publishing that. I know Arc Studios is actually developing it, but I think Sony's the one that's pretty much funding that game through and through.
As well as a glossary function called Corpus, showing careful consideration for players who have not played the first game, or those who did but found it too complicated.
I wish I was into beat-em-ups, but I'm just not into beat-em-ups anymore. I want to get Virtua Fighter. I probably will get Virtua Fighter, but it's like one of those things I'm going to get. I'm going to play a little bit and put down, and I'll never look at it again.
The same philosophy can also be seen in Death Stranding, where your Odradek scanning
device
visualizes terrain danger levels in 3 different colors. Death Stranding 2 follows the same rules. Just like in the original Death Stranding, once again, the player has to manage cargo weight and balance while traversing unstable natural terrain. Footing must be secure.
Oh, was it? I thought it wasn't real. There's no way that could have been real. I asked Paris, but he's still ignoring me. One day he'll stop ignoring me.
Constructions such as ropes and ladders can be used to traverse the world more conveniently. These infrastructures go beyond individual player experiences, as structures installed by other players are shared in the world by the social strands system.
No, back in the day, I used to love beat-em-ups. It's just,
as you make use of ladders,
I don't know what, like, my favorite fighting games were SNK, like King of Fighters, you know, Fatal Fury. I really love those games, but after a while, I just kind of got bored of them.
Highways and monorails require a lot of materials.
You know, the fact that they added stories, I think, if they added stories maybe 10 years previously, I probably would have been more interested, but I think it just came too late.
While traversing the world
and I just got really cold from them.
As a new feature, the time of day also changes in real time, which causes additional challenges for sound. These natural elements interfere with player actions in
I don't know if it's okay officially, but I know that I applied to be an official co-streamer for them, and they said yes. Which is also why, if you're checking this out over at Twitch, if you watch it for half an hour, you will get a drop for Soul Frame. So for those of you that are watching this over at Twitch, for half an hour, then drops are enabled, and you'll be getting Soul Frame key.
While delivery, movement, and combat skills can all be
I mean, Sony own Evo, so it makes sense, right?
In the first game,
oh, is there an echo? Oh, the echo isn't me.
Death Stranding director's cut.
That's the actual thing.
Missions into mule bases, but Death Stranding 2 builds more varied stages and systemized combat in the open world, seemingly as an extension to that.
Nothing is playing on my end, so it's definitely not my end.
Forces such as bandits and armed survivalists appear, and their bases are designed as stages with simple 3-dimensional structures. BTs, or creatures that appear due to the Death Stranding phenomenon, also have new types. Larger BTs with stronger attacks make the combat more challenging than it was in the first game.
Chicken's paws.
Combat has become more tactical as well. By throwing a speaking doll, called Dollman, you can observe the insides of bases from above.
Twitch is paused.
While close combat remains important, remote stealth attacks with the blood boomerang, precision shooting with sniper rifles, and utilizing assault rifles and grenade launchers give the player a multitude of new options. It's even possible to put down Sam's backpack,
I think it's the actual feed.
For more agile and nimble movement by
it's the feed.
separating him from his cargo. Weight management directly connects to mobility, which greatly enhances tactical flexibility. Whether to engage in direct combat, choose stealth, or avoid combat altogether, freedom of approach has increased when compared to the first game. You can even refund or use skill points, welcoming trial and error to find the playstyle.
Yeah, it's the video.
Revealed in trailers, after a series of dramatic events, Sam will cooperate with Drawbridge, a civilian company established by...
It's annoying. But it is what it is. It's a crap feed from IGN. What did you expect?
Named after the explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who traveled around the world, functions as a hub for the player. As the name DHV Magellan suggests, the story steps into themes reminiscent of colonial domination. Furthermore, the rise of a private political organization called APAC shows similarities with the PMC depicted in Metal Gear Solid 4. Since I have not witnessed the story to its conclusion, it is too early to speculate on how these motifs will come to fruition in the full game. In Death Stranding, people were isolated and only porters traversed the dangerous outside world, which many noted seemed to foresee the COVID-19 pandemic. In Death Stranding 2, the APAC seems to resonate with recent movements of America's Doge. With such
Right?
with reality, I can't help but feel that there is a significance worth noting in contemporary times regarding how connections will be redefined.
Like, that game was totally money-headed.
Of particular note is the presence of actor Luca Marinelli, who plays a mysterious man.
I don't know. I'm gonna click it here for a second, just for a second.
Filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can
See?
scavenge throughout
There's
the map.
no echo.
Before deploying, you'll strategically
Look, I'm not going to
build
show
your
you
loadout
anymore
and select a run.
Marathon because that would be torturous
One concern
on its
I
own.
had during my 30 hours of game contained content that delves quite deeply into the main story, to the extent that a lot of what happened throughout the game I was already somewhat aware of. Could it be that two players when Death Stranding 2's full picture is revealed? We can only
So it is the feed.
June 26th release.
Can I get some Pepsi, man?
For more on Death Stranding 2 and everything else to do with games, keep it right here on AGG.
It is the video, yeah. You know what? Jeff Keighley right now is probably just smashing doors down. How dare you do this on a PlayStation advert? See? Now it's fine. Oh, come on, Inferno. I know you're going to be day one on Marathon. Shit's going to take over your life. Yeah, I blamed the Series S for all of my life problems. I even do it at work now. When they say, how the hell did this happen? I just say I blame the Series S. Half of them look at me like, what the hell am I talking about? But I still say it. It's like, how did this revert back to the original state? I don't know, but I blame the Series S. What's that? Go look it up. It'll explain everything. Oh, the looks that I get at work.
One of my favorite features in the first Death Stranding was how you could get that little,
It's back! It's back! The echo's
put your mail and carry it around, or you could do sick tricks and ride it like a skateboard, which is a thing you can actually do in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, which you, Nick Maye, played a whole bunch of. What's up with those skateboards?
Yeah. Okay, so Tony Hawk 3 and 4. It is.
I mean, hopefully
exactly,
once the other stuff starts, it'll be better.
Let's be honest, it's a remake of Tony Hawk 3 and 4, as the name would suggest.
I think Silent Hill F is going to Game Pass Day 1.
Campaign for Tony Hawk 4.
I mean, it's play anyway, and usually Play Anyway games,
about the gameplay.
well, most of the time are.
It
Not all
plays
the time.
exactly like how you used to play the old games. It just what was funny for me is
I mean, Dragon Quest, for example, is Play Anywhere, and it's not
at this point
on Game Pass, but
within like 4 or 5
there's a
months,
good chance.
I full muscle memory and just knew exactly where to go.
Chille's busy with his
Very
friend
nostalgic,
today.
but it also feels super modern, if that makes sense. Like, it's not as rough as if you went back and played them on the PS2.
He's got a few things planned.
This was better when I was a kid.
So how did it compare, I guess, to playing the first two remasters? Because I remember those looked...
Miller, it's the feed. It's not me, it's IGN's feed.
They play like the originals play, but
I don't know what they're doing, but it's their feed.
This looks like a brand new game, but it sort of controls like an older game.
And this hasn't started yet for me to stay here. Damn, that's a lot of gifted subs. You guys are slacking, boys. Look at the gifted subs on this side over here. You guys need to You guys
better
need to
games.
try and catch up.
The worlds are a lot bigger. The maps, they're just like everything's more fleshed
I'm
out.
not
There's a lot
echoing.
more to do. It's more wacky and zany.
The missions I remember being insane. Like I saw a little bit of this footage here. There was like a dude in a haunted house that turned into bats.
Yeah, he's the Slender Man, and you go up to him and he's like, "Oh, I need to get in this house." And you find an axe, and give it to him, and then he like gets dragged down to hell. But then you get another place where you can skateboard and a bunch of skeletons.
Not much at the moment. There's not been anything else, Matt. I think they've just gone into hibernation now. They don't want to do anything else. Sorry, I had to mute that. The echo was just getting annoying, and I'm sure it's getting annoying for you guys. Hopefully, when it comes to the next clip, it will actually be better. But I don't think these guys. I mean, it explains it all, right? IGN, PlayStation, echoes, poor sound, poor quality, poor everything. Do you know what I mean? It's all there. It's all IGN, PlayStation. It wouldn't have happened anywhere else. I mean, it started with Death Stranding too, right? So it kind of makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If you want true quality, you need to go to Stadia. Honestly, I thought whenever it was going to come, it would have gone to Game Pass. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still don't like Black Myth Wukong, so but I don't like Souls-like games. But, I just think if the developers were honest and upfront with it, I wouldn't have a problem. But it's the way this whole thing was handled that I think is what's leaving us out taste. I don't mind, exclusive deals are part of the industry. Sony's been doing it since the PlayStation 1 days. Stellar Blade was supposed to be multi-plat. They went in, swooped the deal. That's on Microsoft for being, non-proactive. They could do exactly the same thing. So I don't mind, Sony going in and doing it. At the end of the day, business is business, and they want people to go over to them. What I have a problem with is the way the developers handled it. Does that make sense? I mean, people are constantly saying that, I wouldn't be saying this and this and that, and if it was the other way around. No, it's got nothing to do with the exclusivity, because it doesn't affect me. Exclusive games doesn't affect me in the slightest, right? But I just think the way it was handled was dirty. They laid off everyone that would notice the echo. Yeah, it's the line that was the problem for me. Look at what is it? What is that new game that GTA wannabe that just came out? Mind's Eye. I mean, I've been reading on Open Glassdoor, which is basically a website that you go to where staff members leave an independent review of where they worked after they leave. And it's really bad in that office. Like, it's really bad. I thought my place where I worked was bad, but that took, it's really bad. And when you hear like the financial office, the CFO leaving and the HR leaving and stuff like that 2 weeks before the game comes out, you know that shit ain't right. It should be out soon. Or if it's already out, I don't know. But when you start hearing stuff like that, has the echo fixed?
Yeah.
I mean, nope.
PlayStation number 1 those, smiley face emoji, smiley face emoji, smiley face emoji.
Hey, Banisher, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. PlayStation number 1. I see how it goes. I see how it goes.
Like 99.9% sure he's not coming back this time around, which is a bummer.
Don't think he is, but Bam Margera is back. So.
Yeah, that was a pretty big announcement that they had, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of like question marks on whether or not he would be in the game, but no, it seems like they got him back. So good for them and good for him.
Hey, they're gone. Has it started? Well, nothing on the Summer Games Fest is showing nothing. Oh wait, this is all fake. Wait, like there's no audio at all now. Did they break this whole thing? No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. Oh my god, Jeff Keighley must be having a complete meltdown right now. Jesus. Fix the echo, no sound. They fixed the echo by removing the sound. Oh, Lord. Yeah, they fixed the echo by breaking it, by removing all the sound. Bro, we can't hear the freaking donut. Bro, who bro talking to? No audio. Hey, at least they fixed the audio. They fixed the echo, right? Why would the FTC look into Sony? They're not doing anything wrong. Look, I'm gonna say this, right? If Microsoft wanted to, they could go and money hat every single game under the sun for a couple years. And that would get everyone going and buying an Xbox. Because there'd be nothing left for Sony outside of first-party games. If Microsoft really wanted to do that and eat, eat some of that, damage, they could do that. They're a multi-trillion-dollar company. If they really wanted to spend Sony out of business, they could. And there is nothing Sony could do about it. It's just that they don't want to do it. It's really that simple. They're not interested in doing that.
Like, I don't necessarily need to know where he came from. I just want him to go in and do his thing.
Hey, Punkalicious.
So it feels a bit of a strange place, but as you just said...
No, but the FTC, like, when you're doing third-party deals, there is nothing illegal in that. There is nothing anti-competitive to that. It is just a third-party deal. It's not like you're owning the studio. You're just buying that, the exclusivity of that game. And it's fair game for anyone that's doing it. So, Microsoft can go to EA and say, I want a money hat, Madden, FIFA, go to Rockstar and say, right, I'm going to drop a bunch of billions down and money hat GTA. That's it. Everyone's going to Xbox to play it. The consoles are going to sell through the roof. They won't be able to have enough supply for the consoles. If they really wanted to do it, they could do it. They could change the course of Tide because they have the money to. There's no way Sony could ever compete with that. The reality is they just don't want to. They're just not interested.
Elements in it. I love the density of some of the crowds, which is something that IO has done really well in the Hitman games of making you feel like you're in.
Wait, is it? I just bought it for the Switch too. Well, at least it's nice anyway. At least I can play it on the go.
And yeah, I'll get over the look of him, but yeah, could we have? He really could.
Hey, Punkalicious, no need to apologize, man.
James Bond at this point. There was a detail
You turn up when you can turn up. That's all it is.
Modifiers. So it sounds like there's gonna be
And I'm grateful for when you can. Trust me, I know how it feels to be flooded with work. It's mental at the moment where I work too.
Drake? I was like, I thought it was an Uncharted game for a second.
It is desynced.
Right, it's 007. It's the James
Everyone is saying desynced.
I think I'll get used to it.
Oh no!
IO they're so good. Like I played all 3 Hitman games, World of Assassination, that freelancer mode they came out with. They're like geniuses when it comes to this.
I have a Steam Deck. I want a ROG, but I'm waiting for the next iteration of the ROG. The one with the S2 Extreme chip inside it. I'm waiting for that so I can pick that up.
Not that James Bond has been like groundbreaking.
Hey, Calandros.
Is a certain element to a James Bond game that you need to.
John, I bought Ridge Race Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer for the Switch 2. I literally bought it today for $15, and then it drops on Game Pass. Woot woot!
That was a long time ago.
That was even born.
At least I can play it now on the Switch too, and the Xbox Game Pass.
That's true. They did. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so 007, First Light, that one wasn't a surprise, but we've been waiting a long time to sort of get that big reveal. But I think what was a big surprise from the PlayStation Showcase this week was the Marvel fighting game, Marvel Tokon, which is coming from Arc System Works. So it's basically Marvel Guilty Gear, and it looks awesome. I know. I want Michael to weigh in on this one.
Oh my God! I saw this and I was like, "Wow, Marvel is going full anime style with this, and it is beautiful." I've been a huge fan of Arc System Works for many years. I played a lot of Blaze Blue. I played a lot of Tekken. Sorry, getting Token mixed up with Tekken. Sorry, Guilty Gear. I know my Arc System Work games, and I love going to Evo and getting beat 0-2 like I have every year.
All right.
But this is the perfect marriage between Arc System Works like
What
stylings and
should we
they're just
set
locking
as a
down
goal?
that anime style in a 2D fighting game. But I think that brings out something we haven't seen in Marvel characters in so long. This style of expression, like I see all of these Marvel characters who we've seen.
What should we set as a goal, chat?
Other games, but they do look different. They have a certain attitude and charisma to them, even if it's
Just playing around with some of these settings.
Speaking, like I haven't gotten to play it, of course, but I know how Arc System Works builds their games. And
I don't mind 007 being third person. I just think the animations looked really rough.
But I do trust Arc Sys.
It looked really rough, and I think it needs a lot of work. I have no doubt that it's probably going to be a really good game. I just think it looked really rough.
But also, I think we're both appreciators of Japanese aesthetics.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I think I'm not like a huge Marvel fan, but I always like to see what's coming up next. And this one, the design is so captivating. Like, it's so cool to see their interpretations of these characters in their own universe. And I believe you're telling us a story about how, you know, them and Sony were talking about like, oh, we should make this like look like Marvel characters. Like, no, do your own. Do your own thing. Like, we want this to look unique and be within your style. And I think they've really nailed it there. And also, like,
Fire the audio guy.
It's peak, and I'm so excited to see who else they announce next.
I know. I'm excited for that one too. Ryan,
Fire the audio.
That was a little bit controversial. It divided people, but I think you fell down on the positive side, and that's Thief VR.
Yeah, I mean, first, I don't need to go on record anymore about how underutilized and undersupported the PSVR 2 has been. But this game, Thief VR, is coming to MetaQuest and Steam VR as well. So no matter which VR platform you've got, you can play it. And you know, Thief is a series that tried to come back on the Xbox One and PS4 in 2014, if I remember correctly. Internet can fact check me. But it didn't go super great. Like, it was fine. But Thief is a game that's a series that's always been near and dear to my heart. I am of the very personal opinion that Thief 2 is probably the single greatest stealth game ever made. Thief 2 is just give it a try if you have it. Like, it visually obviously won't look great, but mechanically you'll just be in heaven playing that one. But Thief coming back as a VR game makes a lot of it's a good fit for the IP in terms of the pace is slower. You're doing stealthy things, which is fun in VR, whether it's like you're grabbing
Sorry about that, chat.
whacking them with the
My son brought me some refill refreshments because it's going to be a long night.
The water arrows to put out the torches. So I would never have guessed that
The controller's here.
at all, but B, let alone as a VR game. So
No,
that was
it's
a pleasant surprise for me.
here is the Xbox controller. I don't.
yeah, I mean,
No, that's on number 2. HDMI 2.
VR, even if I just wish Sony would do more.
HDMI
so
2.
this was great to see
It could be one.
State of play there, and I'm looking forward to playing this.
Right. The Switch got plugged in.
Go in with, I don't want to say, just kind of no expectations. Like, hey,
Yeah, we
Thief
plugged
in
the Switch,
VR,
one
let's
sec.
see what this is like.
One sec, chat.
On paper, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, there was a few games that were sort of like a long time coming that we got from that state of play, and one of them was Pragmata from Capcom, which was revealed at one of these summer gaming events 4 or 5 years ago, and then I think it was in 2023, Capcom just sort of put it on hold indefinitely with a message like, sorry, this game is not ready. And here we are, now we actually got a full gameplay trailer, and it says it's coming next year, it's for real. Some people are sort of drawing connections to Death Stranding, maybe a Death Stranding-like. I don't know, how did that one strike you, Miranda?
Yeah, it kind of seems like that. My most notable thing, and this is a little silly, I think character designs really stuck out to me this entire showcase. She doesn't have shoes, and I'm really concerned. I'm like, little girl, please someone get you some shoes. You're gonna step on some glass. It's gonna be a bad time. That aside, though,
Sorry about that,
I'm
folks.
really interested to see how it all comes together, and I do like the idea that you just have this kid on your back helping you take out robots. And
Wait, Ridge Racer is not on Game Pass?
I like that Capcom is willing
The
to
audio is really low on the stream.
It's not always Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, right?
We love Monster Hunter, love Resident Evil, but we really want to see them get to be creative.
Well, and Capcom is on a generation-long winning streak right
they're
now,
on a
where
high.
they've made a lot of great decisions with their product lineup and with the games they've delivered. And yeah, even though I definitely was one of the, like, is this just
That
viral
should be
marketing
it.
for Death Stranding too? Like, no, it's its own thing, but I'm definitely willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that it's going to be a super fun game, and hopefully we'll get to play it soon.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, we need to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Summer Game Fest is starting very soon, right here on IGN Summer of Gaming.
What did they do? It'll be number one.
IGN Summer of Gaming is
Alright,
presented
you'll
by
have to
PlayStation Days of Play. Get the PlayStation 5 digital console with the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 bundle starting at $389.99 while supplies last. Bundle starting at $389.99 while supplies last.
What's up, everybody?
No,
Welcome back to
turn it
IGN
off, I'll have
Summer
to
of
figure out
Gaming.
why
I'm
it's-
Damon Hatfield.
Turn it off and put it back on.
Hey, it's nice to be here. Kim Horcher.
Hey everyone.
Yeah,
Max
come
Scoville.
on.
Howdy. And we are here today to talk about
Sorry
all
about that,
things
chat.
Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. And Brian, I know you've gotten your hands on it.
Yes,
Mario Kart World and
They've got dual audio running now?
The Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World to play more. I'm counting down the days.
Kim, have you heard about the cow?
I'm counting down
I've
the
heard
days.
it.
Kim,
Its
have you
name
heard
is
about
just
the
cow.
There's a cow?
There's a cow. You can be a
They've
cow.
got the audio running twice
You
now.
can be a
Cow's name
No
is Cow.
way.
It's cow.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I've been playing it all morning. Honestly, it's a blast. It's so much fun.
No, now they've actually got the audio running twice, but it's running like a second after the other one behind.
right now while we're sitting here just talking about it.
Two of them actually in my office as we speak. Can't wait to get back to them, but let's get right into it. Kim, let's start with you. What are you most excited for? Kim,
Okay, first of all, I just can't believe we're finally getting a new generation of Nintendo Switch hardware. Everything I've seen about Mario Kart World,
I
new
just
and
can't listen
returning
to this, I'm sorry.
characters, new modes. I just can't wait to play it.
I can't listen to that.
There is so much
Oh, they
stuff
fixed
I
it.
can't wait to discover. Question panels and hundreds of P-switches, which activate awesome new challenges that put your skills to the test.
That's really cool and informative. Damien, do any other hosts on this IGN panel have a questions? Max?
Yes! A question just occurred to me, spontaneously. What else can you do in Mario Kart World?
Do you think anyone's gonna notice we're gone?
Don't worry about it. I got it covered.
Wario has powers.
It still
that
feels
go
like it's off sync.
beyond-
It's not about power, it's about speed.
I have the power of Wario inside of me.
All right, which course we playing?
Well, what course do you want to lose on?
Toad's Factory.
Yeah.
There's 24 driver Grand Prix races where you compete across 4 interconnected courses, including racing the distance between each course, new items like coin shells, kamek, and dash food, which allows you to change into cool outfits.
Look, no one is going to play this game with that way when they're with their friends. It's literally going to be a punching
Another
fest
exciting new
to
addition
put
is
the other one
Knockout
off.
Tour, where up to
Or if you're
24
on
drivers race
chat,
through
it's going to be
back-to-back
even
courses.
worse.
If you don't place high enough
Mate,
by
these
the time
lobbies are
you
gonna
reach
pretty
each
much
of the 5
become
checkpoints, you're
Call
out.
of Duty.
So, as you can tell, the world is your racetrack, and there's
Back in
plenty
the
to
early
discover.
2000s.
Any final thoughts, Kim?
Wow, that's so cool, Damon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool, Damon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool, Damon.
Knocked out!
Booyah! Knocked out!
She's good.
Yep.
The next evolution of the Nintendo Switch system is here. Enjoy your games on a bigger 1080p screen, or connect to a TV and play in up to 4K resolution, plus frame rates of 120 frames per second with compatible games and displays. Don't miss out on Mario Kart World, which is exclusive.
I mean, we're
to the
going to
Nintendo
switch to
Switch
the
2
official
system.
one once it starts at 9 o'clock.
Are you guys in my office? And we're back.
We're just about 15 minutes out from Summer Game Fest right here on IGN Summer of Gaming. And while this is bound to be one of the bigger showings this season, remember there's still tons more stuff planned this weekend. You can catch coverage of IGN Live, our big in-person event, which kicks off first thing tomorrow morning. A couple Saturday highlights include a brand new look at Mind's Eye and Megan 2.0. Sunday kicks off with a block of brand new game trailers, followed by the Xbox Game Showcase pre-show, hosted by Ryan McCaffrey right here. It's the main event, and then a live post-show, and after that we'll be getting closer looks at some of the games Xbox is showing off, plus tons more. But before we get to all that, Summer Game Fest coming up. What do we expect, hope to see? We know a few things. Jeff has teased a few things. I know this is going to shock everybody out there that Hideo Kojima is confirmed to be there. Yes, I know.
Who? No, I don't know. No, yeah, of course.
Good, Jeff's good buddy, Hideo Kojima. We've got Death Stranding 2 coming out in just a couple weeks. There's also OD announced for Xbox. Fizzant is waiting in the wings. That's too far out. What's more likely, just to promote Death Stranding 2 or to show something more for OD?
We know the answer. It's they're not. He's not going to touch.
All right, sorry about that. We're all good. We're all good. Some are
reached
waiting for
its
Final Fantasy IX.
conclusion.
Oh, mate, if Final Fantasy IX remake gets revealed,
which I'm enjoying. That's
look, I said anything Final Fantasy really, and I'm a huge Final Fantasy
fan. What's going on
fan.
with Resident Evil? There was these rumors. Are we gonna get something new Resident Evil today?
All right, so
like
now that you mentioned Sunday,
Village had its time.
Sunday, I'm actually going to be at my brother's house. I am going to test my mini PC that I have, streaming that tomorrow for about 10-15 minutes on a YouTube video stream, random one, to make sure everything's okay.
It could be.
And so on Sunday, instead of starting an hour early, I'm probably only going to be streaming here on YouTube because I won't be at home to set up multi-stream. But I will be streaming basically about 15 minutes before the event starts. And we'll be streaming the whole of the Xbox event. I probably won't be able to stick around for the future games live.
I don't know if we'll get release window or whatever, but
the Sunday is still a go. But my start time will probably be 15 minutes before the actual
I would hope for a lot of people to stream it because I'm too scared
Just
to
as
play.
a heads up.
So regardless of what it is, I will be excited to watch Michael Hyam play because he probably will be.
Yep.
Any other sort of predictions or things you hope to see today?
Yes. A big one that I think I'm not alone in is hoping that we see something from, wait for it,
Edward.
Hollow Knight.
Somehow it wouldn't surprise me if
okay,
they
so we
did.
did get to see that it still exists. That's like it's like we're coming up for air at the latest Nintendo Direct. So we
Am I staying overnight at Brothers? No, but
it's
basically today, tomorrow, and Sunday is Eve.
Because they've been
and so today I was at my in-laws, which is why I was rushing to get home and get here to the stream because I pretty much because I'm working from home, I work there. Saturday I'm at my brother's, and Sunday I'm at my other brother's place.
Australian museum, I think, or something like that. So it's like, is it coming out before then? Then at the museum is at the release party? Like what's happening here? So I think this is a really good opportunity for them to really showcase that and finally give us
Beckham has been
release
knighted.
date, and hopefully they stick to it.
Hey, so.
Oh my God! I think I'm more intrigued by the people around me who love Hollow Knight. There's like this.
Mate, like, can you guys believe it that people actually like Hollow Knight?
But the fervor in which some people
like, guys,
love
come
Hollow
on,
Knight and have been
Hollow
waiting
Knight
for
of all
for
games.
so long, being teased at a Switch showcase, being teased at an Xbox
Watch
showcase.
Bags is gonna
saying
proper
it's gonna
clip
come
that
out
and send it everywhere
year,
now.
and never coming out. Like there's just a story around the existence of Silksong, and some very good friends. I want them to be happy. And if I see Silksong at the showcase, I will be happy for them. I want to play
Mate,
it
if
myself.
this opens up with
I'm
Half-Life
looking
3,
out for my
it's
best
one to
friends
show.
out there.
Done.
Good looking out.
Yes.
Ryan, there's a game you and I have both been excited for. We've been following for a long time. You reviewed Inside for IGN many years ago. 10 out of 10, that one?
One of the 2 10s I've given in 13 years of this company, and boy, does it's still a 10 today. If you fire it up
so
right
it just
now,
felt
it's a 10 out of
the
10.
whole
every year around Halloween
the
season.
gaming events all
So
fell
there's an
down
Inside
at the
Like
same
that's been a
time.
long time
So I'm
coming,
just
that's
trying to
replaced.
juggle everything. And
Yeah, except
this
it
week.
turns out it's got a lot more mechanics than just kind of physics platforming. Got to play it when we were doing this last year. So at Summer Game Fest Play Days last year, I got to play Replaced, and it is, I mean, it's got the look down. It's just got that, it's not just pixel art. It's just, you know what I'm talking about, Damon. There's something else to it visually that just, I think it's the lighting, if I were to point to one thing. The lighting, so it's just got this atmosphere to it. But it turns out there's like a whole kind of open town,
Xbox
like
store.
take
Okay,
quests
I'm at the
from
Xbox store.
NPCs, and
Ridge
so there's
Racer.
sort of some RPG elements to it too. And when I
Ridge
played
Racer.
it a year ago, it fundamentally the,
Is there a
the
Ridge Racer?
combat was there, everything was there. The optimization wasn't there. But the developers were like, we know the frame rate's not there yet, and so I thought, okay, we'll get it in the fall. We'll get it like holiday
don't see a Ridge
2024.
Racer.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
And
On the
that's okay.
Xbox
I
store.
want them to get this right because, to your point, Damon, I really get that kind of special, like, oh, this could be inside level good if it delivers on everything that I've seen and played with it so far. So my hope is that we will
It's
get
alright.
a new
I've
trailer
actually
that
bought it
has
anyway, so.
a specific release date on it at today's showcase. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think this was
Come
revealed
on,
at
Sanchez.
Xbox
Not
Showcase.
you too.
in
Leave the
2021.
whole series us alone, man.
I
At
think
least
that
say
was
the
the
Switch
digital
2
E3
being
that we
used
sat
to
out there.
stream.
Wow.
Me and
Yeah.
Damon did
Yeah.
that. We were
Yeah.
technically
Hey,
part
Seth, how's
of
it
the
going?
final
That was the
E3.
final E3. R.I.P. So speaking of, has Replaced been on your radar since then, Michael?
Say what?
Has Replaced been on your radar since then?
Yeah. I mean, the thing, I love these styles of games that like have they're stylized and like Inside was such.
Does he really like those
the
style
thing
of
I love
games
how
though?
grotesque they are and how they tell all their stories through just pure visuals. Because when you play Inside, like you have an idea of like what the story is. Like you're in this internment camp and like you're being like funneled as a worker through this factory and it's just grotesque.
Yeah.
And then it becomes something else. And I think the element of surprise for something like this is what I look for in this style of game. And I haven't been hands-on with it. It's one of those games where like I know it, I'll play it when it's out there, but I don't need to know anything about it beforehand. Or I don't need to know too much. So it's one of those for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. The moment I saw it Replaced, I was like, that's something I'm definitely interested in playing.
Absolutely.
So nothing big, I don't think, has really leaked out of Summer Game Fest this year, but there have been hints of things that we might see. For instance, Ryan, what's up with Ubisoft sharing this photo of Sam Fisher recently?
God.
What is going on? Are we going to get something Splinter Cell?
From Xbox?
In my
I'm
head,
not sure.
when Miranda
Yeah,
was talking about Hollow Knight Silk Song, and I was like, 6 years, how about 12? Splinter Cell Blacklist came out 12
Really?
years ago, and then this gets teased on their social media with no... And apparently, I think the internet figured out it's like
I've tried
it's like
finding
a,
Ridge Racer on
a
Xbox
screen grab of a
Series, there's
cutscene
no
from like
search
Pandora
related.
Tomorrow or one of the like super old ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Splinter Cell is a game that Ubisoft keeps putting Sam in other things, like he cameos
Yeah,
in
Kill Cat.
Ghost
That's what it sounds
Recon,
like.
and
Yeah.
He's
X-Defiant.
X-Defiant. You've
Yeah.
got the third echelon class, but we still don't have a new Splinter Cell game. They announced without a
is not
trailer,
ready.
with just concept art, through a blog
We will be
post.
watching this one, by the way.
I want to say it's been at least 3 years, possibly longer. They announced a remake of Splinter Cell 1. So it's a Splinter Cell remake on modern tech, ground up like a Resident Evil style remake. And there hasn't been a trailer, let alone gameplay, let alone a release date. So I'm starting to doubt if that is, if it's real anymore, like if it's still happening. I mean, so today feels like a good day since Ubisoft announced they're not doing a Ubisoft Forward event of their own this year. So all right, let's give a Splinter Cell remake trailer to Jeff and make me happy finally. That's all I want in life.
Do it for Ryan, guys.
Yeah.
Come
Thank
on.
you. Yes.
Yeah, they have that remake. There's also the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah.
Also taking a lot of time to get out the door. But I think there was a little teaser
Isn't
last summer
Off-Raiders like
Yeah, they
free to play?
changed. They moved it over to Ubisoft Montreal and started over. So like that's more of an update than we've gotten on the Splinter Cell remake.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what's up with Infinity Nikki?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Infinity
so
Nikki
this is for the stylists out there. But basically, Infinity Nikki is a new free-to-play dress-up game that is phenomenal. It's like, do you like Breath of the Wild? Do you like style?
Oh
Do you
my
like
God,
Infinity
she is
Nikki?
lying out of her
and
teeth.
it's kind of been in some hot water lately because it launched to be a very positive reception, and they've been making a lot of changes lately. And of course, at these shows, we often see some free-to-play games get little updates or announcements in this, and I think this is a great place for the developers of Infinity Nikki to come out and say, hey, we're about to launch like our next major area, which would be the first like major update We know that's happening some point down the line. And I think maybe make good a little bit more by that community that's been really interested and really enthusiastic.
Wait,
about
why
the
aren't you
game,
talking about the
and
fact
to
that they're
try to
being
give them
sued by a
bit
class
more
action
context
lawsuit?
for where this game is going and like why you should keep playing and spending your money there. And I
Why,
hope
why would
that
anyone
this
want to
is
spend their
something that
money when they
will
made an
happen
event, they
specifically for
fucked
me
up,
because I
and
care
then they
about this
turned
game,
around and
but
put
also for
everyone's
everybody
account
else who
into
obviously
minus
are watching the
gems?
show and probably want an update and saying like, what the heck is happening with this game, and please balance things.
Oh my god. How can she have the audacity to talk about Infinite Nikki in that way?
They launched basically a big multiplayer area, and it's so boring. It's just like a beach of like nothing. And
Infinite
people are
Nikki,
kind of
right?
trying to make things
Released
interesting, and
an
they added
actual
basically
skin, right? And released a
dying
costume.
system to your
And in
clothes
that
that's kinda
costume,
broken,
everyone
and they're
bought
like,
the
"Okay,
costume
you guys are
for
gonna get
real
houses
money
and
and a lot of money,
subscribe,
by the
and
way.
we'll decorate them, you can invite people
Because
over
it had a
probably,
certain perk on it.
that's
And
just kind of
after everyone bought
silent,
it,
and so
the
they've
company
gone
went
from
and said,
this
oh, sorry,
team that
that
was
perk is
really
really
committed to
OP.
being,
And they took the
"Here's
perk
throw
away.
stuff out in a rush," and they're like,
And
"Oh,
didn't
wait,
refund
sorry,
anyone
because
their
we
money.
fast, we didn't test it enough."
Then
And now,
they released an
a bunch
event
of versions are
where
broken, so I
basically
think
when
this
you
is a good,
collected
again, a good
one of
thing
these
for them to kinda
stars,
showcase
it
this
duplicated,
game that
and so you
is
could collect it again, so you could collect two instead of one per day.
like fashion.
And because people were basically doing it two per day, it appeared in the same spot. The company went and actually said, right, not only are we going to remove those stars, but we're going to put your account into minus credits. And so that account is dead until they actually put it back into positive. So they have to pay now money out of their own pockets to get the account back to zero status before it's usable again. When it wasn't even their fault. That company should be shut down. And she is there, you know, kind of bigging up that company. That's disgraceful. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
What would you hope their next game be?
I think something also sci-fi and bite-sized in the same way. So
Infinite, I haven't used it yet.
About Outer Wilds is that it's very much a
I haven't used it yet.
puzzle game. That
Just haven't had time.
22 minutes. And so you're kind of just
Work
trying
has
to figure
been
out
full
pieces
on.
in
I was at my in-laws today with working, and then it was Eid, so I was spending time with family. I came back, set my stream up, and started streaming straight away. So I've literally had no time.
Video games would be ideal, but it's hard to
What
say.
up, buddy?
Okay, I'm just being told that we actually have the countdown to Summer Game Fest, which is starting very shortly, just in a couple minutes here. So as soon as that begins, we'll hand you over. We'll watch it all together, and then we'll come back here to break down all the big reveals afterwards. What,
coming to the
if we're
building.
looking at the partners that Jeff has lined up for Summer Game Fest,
Yeah, let him go outside.
Bandai Namco is one of them. What could that be? They've got Elden Ring Night Rain is just out.
They should be shut down. I've actually been sent like a document for a class action lawsuit that they're doing, and they want me to make a video on it to support it, which I'm going to do because that company is the shadiest company I've seen for a while.
You're the person I've ever heard mention Scarlet Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus
Thank
is
you.
It's just disgusting. They absolutely just have turned around to their consumer base and said, we're going to take your money and then make you pay more money just so you can play the game.
That is my pie in the sky thing. So Bandai Namco, like, listen, they got
What
Night
looks?
Rain, they put that out.
Wait, what did I do?
But what's the next thing? I need more anime action. You know, Platinum Games,
But
that's a big void there
what
to fill. Scarlet
Infinite
Nexus 2
Nikki's
can be that game.
publisher did is worse than anything EA has done.
I also want to mention there was the Dust Bloods coming to Switch 2 that was just announced. That's coming next year. But Ryan, what's the name of that Pac-Man game? The Pac-Man.
Oh, Shadow Labyrinth.
Shadow Labyrinth, yeah.
We got to play it at PAX East not too long ago, and it totally works.
It's so weird to
Yeah,
me.
it's-
I can't believe that works.
On paper, you're like, this is the worst
Wait, 1
idea
minute.
I've ever
All
heard
right.
for anything. But no, turns
IGN,
out
bye-bye. Summer Games Fest, let's go! Wait, is there any audio? There is audio. At least these guys are professional, right? They're gonna actually have something good. Man. Oh no, I was pointing to where the iPhone charger was for my daughter because she took it with us today and she put it into my laptop bag that I took to work. I mean, took to my in-laws because I was working from home. The following program may contain content that some viewers find offensive. It may contain flashing lights that may trigger seizures. Be careful, we are not responsible. Watch at your own risk.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
I love the energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Let's
a showcase
go!
To celebrate what's new.
Remember,
and
if you're
next
watching
in
on
video
Twitch,
games. Now, every year,
you get
we
that
have
30
the distinct
minutes,
honor of coming
you
together
get a beta
to
code
spotlight the
for Soul Frame.
boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time. And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date, and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante,
all right,
we're
boys,
gonna do our
monetization
best
is off.
to make it worth your while. We have a
No
really
more
fun
ads.
show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some of those. Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by
Repo,
units,
you know.
according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at #1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at SemiWork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from
I am
big
not wearing those
publishers
traders right now.
to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. And that's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very
Okay, we're starting off with an indie, boys.
2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators.
And everything
What
is sells
you're about
numbers to
see
these guys,
is
man.
a powerful testament to what passion,
I just want to play good
freedom,
games.
and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
All right. All right, boys, we've got a tree and some birds.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
Is this really another Souls? Wait, is this a Notria Part 2?
Didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow,
by the way, we're going to be
Fortnite
doing
is set to do it
some
again across console,
a few
PC,
giveaways
and
anyway
phones.
today.
The Death
Hopefully,
Star's super laser
some
is
Steam
charged
games that I've been
and ready to
given.
decimate the Battle Royale
So
island. But there's
stay
still
tuned for those.
hope.
They are
You
Steam,
and your friends
not
can
PC
join
Game
the
Pass,
fight.
but Steam
Here's
codes.
The first
So
exclusive look at what
they
you'll
were
be
given
part
to me
of
to give
tomorrow
away, so
in the
that is
brand new
exactly what
live
I'm going
event,
to do.
Death Star Sabotage.
Between this and the next few streams, we'll be giving them all away. So that first game I was not interested in at all.
Bad feeling about this.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Think I saw Jonesy. All right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Wow, already. He could not wait to get this guy out. He could not wait.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins.
Man, Bags
at
is
Summer
so
Game
happy
Fest.
to see Hideo
It's
Kojima.
great to have you here. We are so
By the way,
excited
fun
for
fact,
DS2.
I've actually met Hideo Kojima.
So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったので、
Well, we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、まあ、コロナを体験したと思うので、
Everyone experienced
この
the
コロナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
I have-
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted
He
to
was at
show
the
something
PlayStation
new
Experience at
connection
ECTS
after we
many
faced
years
the
ago.
pandemic. So I want everyone
Or
you to
I think
think
one of the
about
Metal
that
Gears.
when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
No, this is the other game, right? The other cop game?
Welcome. Have a seat.
Or is this Death Stranding 2? Yeah, it is Death Stranding 2.
Over here, please.
So wait, let me get this right. Sony could have shown Death Stranding 2 at the PlayStation Showcase.
No smoking, please.
And instead, they show it here.
So you are Neil Vana. What do you do?
I will try to stay PG. I can't promise what's being shown on TV though.
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
I see you.
So you made it then.
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
You trust me? Hey, you trust me to stay clean? I don't know about I don't know about what you're gonna see on screen though.
The girl. You're alive. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Let's be honest, this guy's very creative, but I don't know if he will ever have a game that's... Yeah, I don't think he'll ever hit the heights of Metal Gear Solid.
Well, that was a clip
Metal
from the
Gear
game,
was his crown jewel.
we saw
I don't
a
think
first
he'll
glimpse
ever
of
hit
Neil
that again.
and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer.
Unless he
South by
makes
Southwest.
literally
We
like
got a little
another
bit
Metal
more
Gear
of them
game.
Here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
DS2 で非常に重要な
In
キャラク
DS2,
ターです。
it's a very important character.
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で、
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど。
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手に
Man, Zone of the Enders. Can you imagine if they
cancer
actually
mark
remade that?
on both of their hands.
Or just made a sequel to it to
They
continue
have
the
a
story?
connection and reveals
あの前回
throughout the
ク
story.
リフっていう人気キャラ
Mate,
クター
will
で
we ever
Last
get
time
to
on
see what
DS1,
OD is, or
we
is
have
it just
Cliff, who was played
living
by
up to
Matt.
its name and just
And of
disappearing?
course, by story, you know, he will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのが
But this
マッ
time,
ツさんの代わりというか
Neil
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Matt
します
did for DS2
で
this
まあ、ク
time.
リフすごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超え
character,
るようなキャラク
but
タ
I
ー
think
Yeah, I know the Mars game, but I'm saying
kind of like
a
top
sequel to that one.
character. So Luca Marinetti was a great actor, and I
心
think
に残る演技もして
it
い
was
ただい
great.
た
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
あの
Neil,
もう
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more.
I
About
mean,
the
there's
game.
so many
Actually, this
games that
Sunday,
people
as
would
part of Summer
actually
Game
like
Fest,
a sequel
you tune
to.
into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the live gameplay demo alongside Elle
That's
Fanning
awesome,
and Troy
Paul.
Baker, and I'll be there hosting
Congratulations.
it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
あのニールのゲームプレイシーンっていうの
Yes,
を出し
I'll
ます
show you
ので
the gameplay scene
あ
of
の見
Neil.
に来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. Hideo Kojima,
Sunday.
everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you.
Ooh, Sunday. What could that mean?
All right. And now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along
Now
with
the game
Marty,
became
a
good,
veteran
right, chat?
games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill.
Most likely, Frank.
So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds.
And you fought for honor.
But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only
chicken.
Death.
Hey, look, you said there's no beef on this road, but there might be chicken. Or maybe pork. Mate,
that's just my story.
This is false advertising. This is not what that I saw 5 seconds ago. The graphics were way better. What happened? Mate, what happened to the graphics? They were so cool 5 seconds ago.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games within the Sonic franchise. Cross Worlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest
within 5 seconds
being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
They patched it real fast. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! You know, I want to play this more than I want to play the new Mario World, Kart World, whatever it's called. This is going to be so epic. Oh, it's going to be so cool, man. I mean, not everything is going to be new, right? Hey, you didn't know Hatsune Miku was going to be in there? That's new. Right there. That's it. Leaf. Hey, it's got him as well. Ichiban. I bet you didn't know he was there either. Now you can live your dreams of being Hatsune Miku all over again. Mate, Joker's in everything. Everything. Hey, Silver. Not much. We had Death Stranding shown. We had some other boring Souls-like games shown. We had a medieval game that looked absolutely epic. Then 5 seconds later, it got patched. And then the graphics went really down.
Thank you, Jeff.
And then we had this one,
I'm honored to
the
be
first
here
good game of the
to
show.
talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new feature, Travel Ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Let's go!
So, you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
What? No way! That is so cool! Oh, mate, my kids are gonna love that.
And Sonic. I guess you could say you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Oh, this is it. This is the game. Devil May Cry?
Time. For some, it heals.
No, it's not.
For others, it wounds.
I don't think this is a Souls-like.
For our world, it promises only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this.
Look, from the back it looked like Dante, okay? He had white hair and everything. Oh, I think I know what this is. It's the sequel to, oh shit, it's that Souls game on, the anime Souls game. I forgot what it is.
You'll find how to save
Oh,
us
cool.
all.
Someone in chat has to know what it is. Okay, this one actually looks pretty decent. Code Vein, that's the one. Thank you, Silver. Code Vein 2. Let's go! I've been meaning to play Code Vein for a long time and just never got around to it. I might actually do that now. Yeah, Code Vein is a really good game. You should check it out. It was on Game Pass for a long time. I don't think it's on there anymore. What do you mean it was awful? I heard nothing but good stuff about Code Vein. By the way, for everyone watching, I'm multi-streaming on X, Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch has the drops for Soul something. Forgot the name. Soul Frame, I believe it is. You have to watch for 30 minutes and you get a free code. Check it out. Mate, that hand looked like it was shagging it. Your character. Looks like a Little Nightmares wannabe. It looks alright.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse
Yeah,
PI
PI.
for Hire, developed by first-time developer.
I'm looking forward to this game.
And published by PlaySide, releasing later this year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
This game looks so cool.
Beware, Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who have bent the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy. Here we go.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project,
Mouse
which
PI
builds on their
Detective.
recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new
Me
level.
too,
It's
Diablo.
a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world.
Pac-Man.
Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Pac-Man. But I was close. Alright? I was really close with Pac-Man. Oh, this is that open world game, right?
How the game is played.
This is not the game you know.
Lord of the Rings? No, Game of Thrones, sorry, right? Music is sounding Game of Thronesy. Look, I was close with Pac-Man. See, Cake knows. Cake knows. What do you mean break?
You decide. Who
Look, it's
wins
Aragon.
And who dies.
Hey, Beast Mode, thank you for the follow. Mate, Aragon's dead. He was due to die anyway. Hey, look, it's Legolas, just using a sword. Oh, there you go. Aragon became a bad guy now. See? I told you. What rubbish is this?
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
Did we see any gameplay there, like, at all? It's only on Steam, though.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do
Yeah, if you don't show gameplay, I'm just not interested.
It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of
Atomic Heart 2. That would have been DLC, man. They've already got a sequel in development? Damn, I didn't realize the first one did so well. You know what? They got the right song for the right trailer. Hey, I see movies. I don't know about graphics. Yep. Salute. Yep, I see cake too. But like I said, Chris, I can't say what's going to be on screen. This is Atomic Heart 2. PC and consoles. Do you know what that means? Next gen, baby! Next gen!
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Mundfish on Unreal
Do I think
Engine
Half-Life 3 will
5,
get announced?
a spiritual successor to the
Mate,
first game.
I really
with a
hope it does, because it will
retro-futuristic
break
world
the
on a
internet.
global
Literally, if
scale.
anything's going to break
This
the
time
internet
with
and
a
make it go
greater
down,
emphasis on
it's
RPG
Half-Life 3.
elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Mundfish today.
Yeah, so that's basically confirming Mundfish is for the next Xbox and the next
recording?
PlayStation console.
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube.
The hell?
I can still barely believe it
The
myself.
book!
When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though.
Boys, the Borg is
terrible
here!
sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
Mate, I'm loving the fact that they are going away from the whole ugly female characters and actually putting in what people have wanted. I think they actually want the game to sell, so they know what they need to do. The Cube, Atomic Universe.
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic Universe on a massive levitating cube you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving. All right, let's jump into the Marvel
That's actually
Cosmic
quite cool.
Invasion universe. The new retro beat 'em up coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can
Indeed
pick
it
between
does,
15
Nina.
Marvel
Indeed it
characters to
does.
play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
I think this will have an audience. I don't think it'll have a great audience, but I think it'll have an audience. I think Marathon's got a real... I mean, Marathon is challenging Destiny, right?
This isn't hell. All my world.
Not Marathon, that Atomic game.
This place.
Onimusha.
Also, you don't have a chance. Not enough. I need more. Pick your battle, piggy.
Musashi! We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they?
Sasaki Ganyu.
Way of the Sword. Onimusha, baby! It still looked like another Souls game, though. Hey, now you're no longer maidenless. Now you're no longer maidenless.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting.
Get to
action.
it.
Check this out.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
All right, you little sack of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got.
Awesome stuff, Byron.
What? If you're gonna be
Congrats.
you gotta transform. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die.
Mate, what is this?
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, grab burnt toast, carb load. This mate ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
Felt that unboxing. Only on Steam.
Super fun. Got to wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game.
Hey,
in
Paul,
Deception
congratulations, dude.
We trust.
So happy for you.
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs. Engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics, I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by booting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game.
It is.
Murderous
It
mystery.
seems weird.
Complete quest to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and armor. Steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps. Discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
It's weird. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know.
That was Killer Inn, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix.
24 player.
In a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date
Basically, yeah.
later this year.
But in
From
3D.
Mark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone.
Like, what's the point of this?
Surround yourself with resourceful.
Are they adding a single player to this?
You are in control.
Rip. I don't know, I thought that was pointless.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th, but you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access. Here is a brand new look.
What's this? What is this? By the way, chat, so these games that I've been given to give out, I don't know what they are. They've just got Steam codes, so I'm going to be picking them at random. So if you put !Steam in the chat for if you're watching on every other platform and you want to enter the giveaway, come over to YouTube now. !Steam, and I'll do it for about 5 minutes, and then we'll do a giveaway on a Steam code. You will need to contact me on Discord in order for me to confirm who you are so I can give you the code, but that's pretty much the only rule. No restrictions for entry. We will do the giveaway at 50 past. These are PC only. So, !Steam. And while you're here on YouTube, feel free to drop a follow. Subscribe! You know, it makes sense, right? You can check out some awesome content from me. Releasing videos like there's no tomorrow, and I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays anyway.
It was all for naught.
You must have just put it once. Spamming it won't get you extra entries.
Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. What then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of
Mate, can they just calm down with Souls games? Like, enough already. We don't need any more.
You need only take my hand. Return to the past.
I actually don't know. I know I didn't play it, but I don't know if I actually bought it. Because I bought a lot of games that I don't play. Ventura, I can confirm you're in. Let's go! Wolverine Waves!
Story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming
This is
next,
what I'm talking about. Grade A AAA gaming right here.
I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Just as he once came to me, filling that dark tower with light.
Never too late for Chinese.
What happened while I was out? So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated.
Mate, this looks
People
epic.
here despise weakness, worship
Looper!
strength, and crave glory.
That is the next character I'm pulling for. Mate, that burst is ridiculous that they've given Flood release.
Have you penned for Septimont this time?
June 12th. Ooh, 2.4 landing on June 12th. Nice.
A rat in the vessel. Such a tiny nuisance.
I enjoy those games. They get more updates than any other game out there, and they've generally got a decent story, and the gameplay's fun. Couple more minutes for exclamation Steam.
That's Mio Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
Oh, really, CB? That's nice of them. If you do exclamation Steam, you will get in. Just type exclamation Steam. On YouTube. If you're watching this over a Kick or an X or on Twitch, you'll need to be on YouTube for this, as it's the giveaway's connected to YouTube. South of Midnight.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close. An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
No, that's really nice that they're actually doing something. I mean, it's a shame that they couldn't deliver all the DLC.
I work here. My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Dr. Reezy looks out.
I heard this game is really short, right?
Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to
Like really short, like 8 to 10 hours, 8 hours long.
remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro. Where I come from, commitment means everything.
One more minute, folks.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo.
Exclamation Steam to enter.
Opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business. This family, loyalty is everything.
I actually appreciate it, Infinite, that I mean, sorry, Banisher, that it's not long. I'm sick of long games.
And who are you, Enzo?
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
Digital Devilsin, you have won. Contact me on Discord and I will send you a code. We'll do another one later. And then we'll do more on Sunday. Maybe another 2 today, depending on how long this is. You did, Digital Devil. Congratulations, dude. Yeah, just ping me on there you are. Send you the code. Voyagers!
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
She seems very, very eager with this one, doesn't she?
Ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to...
Never mind. Moving on. This is not one for me. No, no. My kid will like this. This is not for me. Go away. It's not for me. No, 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 no.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Prague from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P that transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
Man, I did not want this to happen. Alright, let me just write this code down so I can send it to you. Again. Oops, sorry about that. I don't know, man. Is anyone else bored of these games? I'm really bored of these games.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right, next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest.
I don't know, man. I'm just so bored of it's not my genre at all.
I sit at the front of the dinner table where I used to be. 5 plates full. Plates of food. Plates of tomatoes. Plates of hay. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates.
Do you know what? I'd play SpongeBob over Gollum any day. But what the hell is this? Are they really? Why? Every game seems to have them these days, Brick. They're not even that good. Fractured Blues. Maybe my kid would like this. He likes these sorts of games.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
Mate, Withering Waves is such a good game. Hey, Digital Devil, let me know if the code works, yeah? Okay, this looks interesting. Blade and Soul Neo. Now on Steam. That's interesting. I read about it earlier. Did Blade and Soul Neo do really that well enough to get a Steam release, or is it their last? I don't know, I've just not seen anything good about that game. I know the PC launch kind of sucked. Eyeball guy. Wait, is this BBQ? Nope, One Punch Man. I love it. Do it. Do it! Oh, come on! That's like removing the money shot. It worked. Congratulations, Devilson. Hope you enjoy it. What did you get anyway? I have no idea what it is, so what game was it? Man, this game has been in development for donkeys. I just don't really see how this is going to work. The thing with games like Genshin and Wuthering is that they're not tied to an anime. They're not tied to any story. And they're not tied to like characters, so they can just create as many as they want. This is supposed to be a gacha game, but I don't really see how it's going to work.
It's available today. This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongil Star Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos.
Hey, it's Jurassic Park!
To help life find a way.
I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Hey, Celia.
10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next
Where are
IP,
the big
Mina the
games,
Hollower.
man?
Mina continues
Where are
our
the
traditions
really big games
of
that people
refining
want to
retro
see?
gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
Right, while they're showing this, I'm gonna go and use the restroom. This is garbage.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done. Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things. Number one, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, waved. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A
what did I miss?
farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop
Wait,
Satan.
is this Deadpool?
Oh, Pa, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
But he should say Spider-Man gets insomniac, and I get this. All right, nice.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light: The Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats.
Oh man, doesn't she look a beauty?
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
Okay, I'm actually liking the world setting. I like post-apocalypse. Not so much the monsters though. Is it just monsters? No PSVR 2. Hey, Meta is really trying to push it to the next level with games, isn't it?
I don't care how high his walls are, or how big his army is.
Hey, you're welcome, Digital.
Will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took for me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
Yeah, my kid's been wanting to trade his VR to, well, my Quest VR 2 in, so he can play, so we can get a Quest VR free.
Go there and fucking kill him.
Dying Light.
There's the big news.
Beast.
Dying Light: The
This
Beast
is the one
is
that
coming on
CBO
August 22nd,
was talking about.
Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur, and Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing?
Hanging out, getting buzzed.
Did they change the graphics to this? They have.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Why more stop motion, man?
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit.
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever.
Didn't they actually... This used to look different, right?
And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night. And The Cure. I love The Cure.
Yeah, Xbox showed this last year, but it was different.
Mixtape.
It's almost like they've completely remade the game. They went away from what it was previously.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns. Will you struggle until your
Yeah, they changed the art style entirely. I don't like it now. I actually was interested in it.
There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
Diablo!
Gorgeous. Take this. And just get
But with
started.
actual good gameplay.
Put it into action.
And crafting.
Surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me?
Unfortunately, I'm not.
We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await.
Paul, I'm the same. Honestly, I'm quite disappointed in this. The Sonic thing was pretty good. The Meta Quest thing was good. Was there anything else? What was the anime Souls one that they showed really early on? Some Code Vein. That looks pretty good. I like that. Lies of P, I'm still playing through the original, so I might check that out.
Beautiful
so
game.
that's
That
4
was the
so
global
far.
announcement of Toa, a new roguelike.
But where
from
are the
Bandai
big
Namco developer
games?
Brownies, a
Come on,
game
man.
drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on
Like, don't
Eastern
these
mysticism.
publishers care
Next,
about
we want to introduce you to a game made by a
big
first-time
franchises
solo
anymore?
developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Axe of Blood.
I guess Atomic something. That was another good one that I liked.
No justice. No
The board game, that was another good one.
just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over.
This is actually pretty damn good. The demo is actually on Steam at the moment. It's, you know, the demo is a little rough around the edges, but this actually feels really good to play. And I'm hoping it gets better. I actually have a video of this, giving my thoughts on it. Digital Devil's in it. It's on Steam right now. Like I said, the demo's a little rough because it's really early, but yeah, you get to play through most of what you're seeing here. That's the boss that you get to play, and then it finishes after you beat that boss. Axe of Blood.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based
Mundfish so
Tribute
far
Games,
owned the show.
the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Yeah, Woodpit, they actually refer to it as Ong Bak and the raid, it having a baby, and then you've got that game, Acts of Blood. Because it's coming to Xbox. I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation, but idea Xbox basically is helping the dude fund it and make it. This looks like that game where a kid has to go and defeat all the idiots around the world. I forgot what it's called now. Scott Pilgrim, yeah. Okay, Scott Pilgrim, yes. Okay, I'll check this out. I like Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
I mean, that's one way to do an advert, right? For a price reduction. Hey, the first Descendant. The game that tried to make a game with tits, boobs, and nothing else. An ass, I guess. And then realized that that's not going to be enough to keep people playing. I'm guessing this is the new character reveal? Breakthrough.
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
No, gacha games have a good story. I know, Silver. The gameplay loop got really boring real fast.
A glorious morning.
It didn't really have that much of a compelling story, and the way it done its content was just so limiting.
Harder. Scum.
No, the Last Descendant was hemorrhaging players like crazy. Then they did that whole summer thing, which they tried to use that. And they released like that whole summer update with no content. And that didn't work for them. And then they went back to the drawing board and said, right, I guess we actually have to look at the game and make content for people to play outside of looking at, you know, half-naked chicks. So I guess that's where Breakthrough comes in.
I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
Holy mother of Lord, they're back again, folks. They're back again. I'm gonna have to cry.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe.
I'm sorry, man. You just had to die. I'm sorry.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
You just had to die. Yes, I've heard this game is a really nice graphical display, but it's not much else. If it comes out of... Oh my god, they used the... Hitman.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City.
Will they make Second Dependent now?
This week,
no.
This week, we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming.
Really?
It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Alright, that was kind of cool.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen. Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is, I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoots of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
See, I like this sort of thing. In the Hitman world, this actually really works.
So this
and I think they should do more
in a
of
casino
this.
in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. Yeah. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best
That
part.
would be interesting
We
too.
wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, elusive target mission starts today in a few hours.
Nice, nice.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you'll unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right.
Okay, I guess I'll do that tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having me.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Great to see you.
I have the Hitman Bond Assassinations
Great stuff.
actually
All
on
right, now
VR.
here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest to collect.
No, I think if you play it within the 30 days, you get the reward for First Light.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings.
Look, the only thing that I'm going to say is that I haven't seen any game that's made me jump out of my seat and scream. I know I like the Sonic one, and there was a few other things I liked, and this looks cool, but it's not going to make me jump out of my seat. We need more of the... There's nothing here so far.
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Chille.
Wow! We've got all that and more in...
Not much, Devin.
Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven
No, not
Moonshot
interested.
Games.
I've seen
20
this already.
players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce
Mate, everything will outsell Lego Horizon with the way it's sold.
for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
Mate, where
Let's
is the
see
big
what it
game,
means
man?
To get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
It's very. I mean, I am actually quite bored. And I am disappointed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying.
There has been a few games that I liked. You know, I'm not gonna say it's been totally bad,
Artifact.
but man,
This'll be good.
this ain't no E3, man.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World.
Devin, I'm so
They're
sorry to
making
hear
a
that,
full
dude.
3D game that can be
I
played
hope
alone
you and your
or
family
with a
are okay,
friend
dude.
in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show.
Seriously, I
but
hope
for
everything's
now,
okay with you,
Here
dude.
is the global reveal of Blighted.
Okay,
Looking over
global
this decaying
reveal.
world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations.
At the moment, I think State of Play was actually better.
Lust for power consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight.
I'm happy to hear that, dude. Seriously, genuinely happy to hear that. I mean, I'm sad for the people that got hurt, but I don't know them. But you, I do. Stay safe, buddy. And remember, Devin, if you need anything, dude, absolutely anything, you've got my PayPal details. You can send me anything you need.
Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
I'm joking.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Munfish again. Man, no, I want to see naked dudes, man. Get them off screen. You might get some RO. What is this, man? Bunch of naked dudes running around. All right, now that's looking a bit more interesting. Yeah, that'll do me. Thank you, buddy. Can you take these away, please? Take those and... I'm not concerned. Do you want to check this out a little bit of it?
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Mecha World! From the makers that made... Well, I won't say the name.
To advance its Project Enterprise.
Wait. This game isn't gacha, is it? I mean, it probably is. It's free to play. But there's mecha, so that means it's good. It's free to play, Paul. The mobile game that they make is called Snowbreak. You should check it out. Why do you hate gacha so much? Just battle parts or pilot outfits? Even better. July 1st, let's go! Xbox Series X and S console.
In this next title,
timed exclusive.
small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is
Mecha Break.
Infinitesimals.
You're just playing the wrong gacha games.
Mechanical is approaching.
We must now face a stark reality.
If you don't understand the mechanics in games like Genshin or Wuwa,
The industrial civilization we were expecting
you're not going to do very well.
is no more.
For me, Ever Crisis started out okay, but the grind was horrendous. It killed the game for me. Ever Crisis just couldn't get a balance between
whatever it takes,
game and mobile. And I dropped it. I dropped it quite quickly. You know, when a mobile game adds a low frame rate mode so you can leave it farming for you overnight, then you know that they're looking at the wrong thing.
Please check this out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
It's happening, boys! It's happening!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイ
I
オ
don't
ハ
know.
ザー
It
ド
depends on
も
the gacha
10
game
周
you're
年を
playing.
迎えることができました。ありがと
I
うござい
find
ます。
Woo to be pretty good.
さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それでは、これからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Reezy 9?
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
All right, here we go. You said beloved franchise, man.
Let's rumble.
This ain't wrestling. Is it?
Street Fighter 6.
Wait, these characters weren't in Street Fighter 6? Seriously, come on, man. Mate, this Summer Games Fest is getting worse every year. I kind of wish this was Team Fortress 3. At least then we'd know that Half-Life 3 was real.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag.
Man, I am so disappointed.
As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
We've seen this so many times. Wait, I am so sick of goddamn effing Souls games. Just enough with this shit. It's a shit genre. It's a shit style of gameplay. No one wants it. Just be done with it and piss off, man. I'm so done with this genre.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Look, you got Bloodborne, you got Elden Ring. That is enough. Every single developer out there doesn't need to make a goddamn Souls game.
Another giveaway? Was there one before?
Mate, I'm
that I
really
missed
hoping
something?
Xbox actually does a really good showcase. I'm just so tired of Souls games, man. Jeez. I'm actually growing a hatred towards them. Like, it's the first genre I'm actually growing a hatred towards. It's like the cheapest type of game to make as well. Just make the bosses ultra cheap, ultra difficult, stupidly mechanic-wise, and there you go. And so every Tom, Dick, and Harry thinks that that's what people want to play.
Ghostface Killer is calling on
Hey, look,
you to rescue
that
his
deserved
three
a
brothers.
rant,
Wu-Tang
Banks.
Rise
That
of the
deserved it. If
Receiver
there was
is
ever
a
a
new
time
co-op
that it
action
deserved it,
RPG
that was it.
with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player
Oh, by the
housing
way,
and
apparently
is free to play.
Borderlands
This
2
weekend, to
is
celebrate
free on
SGF,
Steam today.
you can take advantage of double XP.
Go grab
all
it if
weekend
you
long.
want it. I don't know if it still is. I've just been told that it was free today.
My calling takes me far from home.
Probably most
where
of you
shared
have a
struggles form fast bonds.
Borderlands 2 already, but if you don't, free game is a free game to add to your catalog.
Their greatest weakness, me.
And there's another one on there's another free game on the Epic Games Store.
My story.
Oh, I can't even remember that game. That was made by Xbox but was released on PlayStation first. With the colored dude, I forgot his name, but that's free on Epic Games Store as well. Wait, what Gacha Souls game am I playing? Woowa is not Gacha Souls. I can actually beat the content. Nut Marble, so this is another gacha. Closed beta test, okay. Deathloop, that's the one. Yeah, it's still on Game Pass. It's Deathloop. It's available on Epic Games Store right now. The thing is though, Bags, there aren't many gacha games that are good. There's a few, and they're generally in the top 5, and they never change. The rest are pretty much gacha slop. But the ones that actually have gameplay attached to them are really good. You should give them a chance one day.
You're never gonna guess what happened. I took a bullet, I died, I came back.
I don't know, try something like Wuthering Waves or whatever. There's other games coming as well soon.
Here is another game throwing
I bet
back
he's
to
like a gacha
classic
enthusiast. He's
animation
like a
style.
total whale.
Enter a surreal world where you're a down on his luck outcast.
You know,
who
Bags
has
is
to
like the
battle his inner
ultimate whale.
demons,
He spends like
literally,
10,000
in this action
a
roguelike.
day on
Here's Into the Unwell.
pulls and stuff. There was a super chat? Did I miss it? There's no feed. Oh, random. Why it didn't appear in my feed? I need to fix that. Hey, Devin. Another giveaway? Was there one before that I missed or something? Devin, yes, there was a giveaway that I did for Steam games. I'm going to be doing another one soon. Thanks for flagging that, Bags. I did not see... It didn't pop up on my feed list, which is weird. So I appreciate the thing. Yeah. Thank you so much for mentioning that. I appreciate it.
Delusional.
I will not watch my mouth, Devin.
So easy.
I mean, what type of an acid trip do you need to be on to make this? Like, seriously. I like the art style and everything, but you have to be on some weird acid trip to come up with an idea like that and think it's going to sell.
When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Wait, Titanfall 3?
With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger.
Mate, I do miss arcade games. I wish we had more.
Free right now, and it's
we
fucking
don't have enough
awesome.
arcade games. We need a Daytona USA, an Outrun. We need a Dynamite Decker.
Just look at that water placement. Expertly done. This is the
We need Burning Rangers.
The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you can't catch. And he complete the comeback he's going to try. He shoots, he gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one! They got another! They're going to do it! They're going to do it! Oh my god! They did it! They actually did it! And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're a natural.
Not soon enough, Paul. Not soon enough. Hey, an NBA Jam would be kind of cool too. I don't know, man. I really feel like gaming has taken a downturn. We don't get interesting games, and it's just the same generic BS. Where's the really cool games of the previous generation? Like, look at the PS1, PS2, you know, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, generation, original Xbox 360. Those games, that generation had so much varied greatness in games, but they were good.
Now
it's all about just nickel and diming and multiplayer this and multiplayer that.
In Japan.
GameCube as well, man. You had phenomenal games in it, like Batan Kaitos. Such a good game. So underrated. It just feels like everything is so stiff and generic and done and dusted, and as soon as someone has a good idea, like Elden Ring did, and it became a success, every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to make a Souls game because they want to emulate the success of Elden Ring. Man, Billy Hatcher was sick. Don't you dare diss Billy Hatcher. Ryuga Gotoku, 1943. So we're getting another Yakuza game. Ikaruga, Radiant Silvergun, Bubble, you name it, man. Gradius, R-Type, Dudon Patch. Oh, I know these games, man. Those games were sick. Oh, it's just a new IP, Silver.
Got a name? Mako Daito.
This does look good.
Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not? So, what are you?
I wish I could fit an arcade cabinet in here.
Sana.
The wife won't let me. There's no room. Stranger than heaven.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again.
Square Enix.
When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away
Konami.
by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision.
Google.
And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here.
It has to be an Amazon game. Is this what I think it is? No, is this Control 2? This looks like the Bureau of Control. Tomb Raider.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming.
Wait, so what happened to the previous chick?
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Oh shit, this
Now,
actually
I need
sounds
a good
good.
technical analyst on this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not FBC. But it could be the
Your
FBC's
eyes
being
on the crime
investigated.
scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Yeah, she's the head of the bureau.
Stay close.
Okay, this looks actually... Mate, Parasite Eve. Don't do that to me, man. Medium would be good too. I like medium. Parasite Eve would be another good one.
Special one.
I'm actually playing the 18th birthday at the moment.
Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Post-apocalypse, okay. I'm liking this.
Everyone's gone.
Wait, Raccoon Police Station? Is this Resident Evil 9? Requiem. Resident Evil, let's go! Resident Evil 9, you see that there? Let's effing go! Finally, a good game!
There you have it, Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th.
System requirements, 5090 base minimum requirement.
Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing
All right,
announcement.
that's cool.
Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job,
really?
everyone?
Wait, really? Is that
Good
it?
job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good.
Oh,
All right, well,
my
there's much more
days.
Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend you can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which
All
is
right,
coming
exclamation
up next
mark,
with additional new reveals
SGF.
from incredible independent studios
Well,
around
I'll
the
give
world.
away another
and deeper
random
looks
PC
at
game.
some of the independent
Theme
games
game.
we showcased today.
Exclamation
Thanks so much, everyone.
SGF.
Awesome, and thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting.
Just because
All
of Resident Evil
that's
9,
gonna
let's do
for
it.
Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
Mate, at least we got one good game. One, like, really big blockbuster. S for... Guys, that's S for sugar, G for Gerald, F for... Yeah, what Ventura wrote. Come on, let's get people in and do the vote. S. Edward, it's S. Man, I should have made something easier. Summer Games Fest. SGF. Right there on screen. Look, I don't have no funny accent. You're the one with a funny accent. Where's Steve to ban you again? It's a random PC game. I don't have the names for the game. Someone just gave me a list of Steam games, and I don't. It's just basically codes. So I'm just giving the codes out. So I don't actually know what the games are. So they could be good, they could be bad. I literally don't know. It's nothing silly like any of those games that you see on Alex's streams. Nothing like that. It is safe. S for Steve Nader, yes. It's on screen. Look, if I say not the Alex games, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, so it's good enough. I appreciate it, Paul. Oh, $29.99. That's not too bad, actually, for a DLC. And anyone else? Exclamation S for sugar, G for game, F for fest. Let's keep it open for another minute, and then we are going to run the thing. Remember, you'll need to contact me on Discord. My Discord ID is Chaos Prime ZYT. So what did people think of the actual show? There is none of that shit, man. You're in the wrong stream for that one. Yeah, Sugar Game Fest works too. I think it was disappointing too. That is my Discord ID, so feel free to message me if you win. Mate, okay, Ted's. I'm not gonna break that up, but I guess he didn't like it. You know what? I think I was gonna give it like a 4, but I think that Resident Evil 9 knocked it to a 6. Maybe even a 6.5. There was a few games that are like, but overall, it was pretty mid. I have to say. 6.5. I think the Resident Evil 9 and that Yakuza spin-off actually bumped it up and made it better than what the PlayStation Showcase was. All right. Last 30 seconds for the giveaway. Exclamation mark. S for summer. G for game. F for vest. But yeah, it was a mix between 6 and 7. So I think 6.5 is just about right. I didn't say State of Play was better. As a third-party showcase, I don't even think then. I mean, Pragmata and Final Fantasy Tactics were the winners for that one. But again, there was just nothing that blew me away. I'm waiting for that one game to blow me away, and it's not happening. All right, I'm rolling it. Crystals, you are the winner. I'm gonna do another roll as well, just because why not? So Chris, please DM me on Discord. Beast Mode Turok, you also won, so please message me on Discord. So Crystals and Beast Mode Turok. let me know, boys. And that's if beast mode's available. The Turok remake decided to find the princess in another castle. That's a man. This show was so disappointing. The highlight was Mecha Break. Where is Mecha Break? It came out about somewhere around here, right? Mecha Break. There was a lot of collabs this time around, though, wasn't there? Like a hell of a lot of collabs. The Deadpool VR game looked cool as well, right? Yo, Crystals, are they even still here? Crystals and Beast Mode Turok. Are you still in chat? I'm trying to find it here, but I'm not seeing it. Mate, how late was Mecha Break? Oh, there it is. All right, Crystals. You said you messaged me on general chat. Let's find ye. There you are. I know this is you. Let me know if that works for you, Christy. And Beast Mode Turok, if you're... I'm going to give you another 1 minute. Well, I'll give you 2 minutes to respond. If you do not, it's at 3 minutes at the moment. When it gets to 5 minutes, I will re-roll. This still looks peak. I like this. I just hope it has a cool story. MetaQuest, but it's only for the MetaQuest 3 and the 3S. The MetaQuest 2 doesn't actually do it. I did like the beta that I played on this. The controls were really weird on controller. It wasn't really designed for it. So I'm hoping that they actually fix the controllers. Crystals, I've sent the thing to you via DM. Man, I feel bad. Beast Mode Turok is about to miss out on his reward. They should have showed more gameplay, though. I mean, the beta's already out, so why they didn't show more gameplay is weird. Did they show any gameplay?
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio.
All right. Unfortunately, he missed the drill, so we're re-rolling again, folks. Chris George. Congrats, buddy. We had a Chris Dawes and a Chris George. What are the chances? No, the same people. The things were still in there, in the list. JB, the list was still in there. What are the chances? Contact me on Discord. We'll be doing more giveaways on Sunday, so hopefully I'll see you on Sunday as well. But yeah, this was a lame fest, man. This was lame. At least it didn't go to like 2-3 o'clock. Maybe that was the Game of the Year awards that went on that long. Right there. That one should work.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think
that one should work.
Very well.
It literally just popped up as you said, where's the Discord link? But if you just look for my name, you can search for me as a user. I will, that works as well. But feel free to join my Discord if you want to. That's my username on Discord. But man, Resident Evil 9, that was nice to see. And I did tell you guys Resident Evil 9 was going to be there. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I've never seen it. But they look good. I still want Control 2 though. I really enjoyed Resident Evil 8. Yeah, I hope it's not open world.
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Let me have a look. Sorry. See, message request. Yes, you did. All right, let me get you a code. Let me get you a code. Crystals, let me know if that code worked for you, please. That would be awesome. There you go, my dude. Chris George, that is all for you. All right. That's the draws done. If it is a game you've already got, let me know and I'll give you another code. But please don't just say you've got it and claim another one. Let's be fair to everyone else, because I'll be doing a number of them more on Sunday. But folks, I guess that's it. That's the end of the show. That's the end of this. It was pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. Jeff Keighley's shows, I think, have pretty much just gone down the toilet. You know, Requiem was. Wait, there's more to the show? Apparently, they're just random stuff, apparently.
Who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape. I thought we
They're just looking at the stuff that was already revealed. Never mind.
Mixtape is a coming of age action adventure game.
I know, right? It's a thing. You said the wrong Chris won, but they didn't. Because both of them won. Yeah, it's that other show that they do at the end where they just go over the same game, you know, the games that actually were revealed and have a little bit more of a showcase for it.
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics.
But it's just pretty pointless.
According to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back.
Yeah, this is like devlogs and stuff.
We gonna get your stash and keep going? That's a rookie move.
I don't think anyone's really interested in seeing this, or are they?
I love Devo. Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan
Mate,
Bush,
I'm sorry, but it's
Jesus
just...
and Mary Chain, The Unkillable,
Yeah, I think we're done.
Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
I think we're done.
Are they following us?
I can't go to prison.
They're running away from... Mate, that has to be like the greatest trolley car ever to outsmart the police. And how are they speeding up? I mean, I get going downhill, they're going to speed up. How are they not dead yet?
Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation.
That was a decent showcase. You think so, Chille? I was disappointed.
I thought we were riding together. I didn't want
I was disappointed. Alright, folks.
Fair.
That is going to be it for tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I will see you all on Sunday. Chances are I'm going to start really like tight to the starting time because it is Eid and I'm going to be at my brother's. So hopefully I'll be live about 1:45. It's starting. So it starts at 6, I believe. So I'll be live at 5:45.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
Yeah, George, Chris George, you've got me on Discord now. If any problems, just let me know. And we'll sort it out. Right, folks. Peace out. I'm out. Have a good night. And I'll see you next time. Remain legend, folks.
Set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's